this beautiful Butte, and I'm in a different spot where I usually go. And it's very beautiful. The golden hour is upon us, and the birds are flying. One thing that I wanted to talk about this week was feeling stuck in a particular situation. I recall a time where I was extremely stressed out from being in school, feeling kind of like I had no option. Almost felt like I was forced to be in a position that I really didn't want to be in and was kind of draining me and weighing me down. That experience can really contribute to depression. That experience can get you in a pattern of thinking that, there's no point or that it's hopeless. If you don't feel good, if you feel like you're stuck in that situation, of course you're going to feel bad. Of course that's going to affect your body. Of course that's going to affect the way that you think, your nervous system, all of these things. That makes sense. So something that has helped me in regards to being stuck in a certain situation or feeling like you're trapped in a certain situation is really carving out the time to prepare myself for that experience that I feel stuck in, or to really prepare myself in such a way where the external is not having so much power over the way that I feel. Shifting the external experience from affecting the way that I feel so strongly to where how I feel internally is what is affecting how I feel about what's happening externally.
My name is Kudu Bercham. I'm Northern Cheyenne and Ho-Chunk Nation. I was born here in Eugene. I was raised in New Mexico, and then I moved back to Eugene and to Portland and the Northwest in my 20s, and now I'm here raising my son, Asa Sky over there. And next generation. So I'm going to share a little bit of music with you. It has to deal with tribal sovereignty, and it's got a little bit of edge to it. So it'll just be what it is. Is the bass hooked up? Okay. Yeah. New Native America, I am that. Eddie Curtis can't keep me frozen, no in fact. I am fluidity on the track. I give you that kick-ass feeling as I'm drilling deep down into the spirit of America. Smells like fracking when I'm rapping, cause my flow is on fire, 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 fire. Yo, through the battle smoke, I invoke traditions of old, going to those places where legends unfold. Merciless Indian savages with a vengeance, born with a life sentence of being a renegade, menace to the imperial ruling class. Killers of the earth, be scared. You do not get one word, kill your masters. Frontliners advance.
So once you start to get into a place where you feel better, where you feel more stronger and attuned to your inner being, then you can start to redirect your focus into a place where it's more in alignment with what you're wanting. Now, there are many tools to help us really get into that vibration where we're switching it up. But the main thing that I will say that has been helping me as of lately is breath work. Also, something that I've used very often, meditations, whether it was guided meditations or listening to frequencies or doing something that requires a certain level of focus, whether it be like art or taking a hike. So these things actually put you into a meditative state, and then you're able to kind of focus your energy elsewhere. You're able to experience less negatively charged emotions. Getting into that vibration before you go into a situation that you don't necessarily want to be in is really helpful. Because now when you're in that scenario or you're in that place, you can actually feel as though you have more of a choice to focus your energy in those places that you want to be focusing your energy. And if you're in a place, like let's say it's school, if you're in school and you're not vibing with it, you can make that a fun experience for you. But you have to really attune to that vibration, focus your energy in a place you could have a positive experience there. But you're not going to be able to do that if it's making you feel trapped, if it's making you feel powerless, hopeless. Now, I'm not saying that it's easy to prepare yourself in such a way to go do something that you don't want to do. But over time, it can become easy, and it might even be easy for you. Like, maybe you prepare in such a way where you're one of the people who like to meditate, who like to quiet their minds. That's great. Then make sure that you carve out time. And it's not like, oh yeah, just carve it out maybe tomorrow. It's you have to create that time and that space and that place for you to be able to empower yourself and to strengthen yourself. So that's something that I recommend, is just preparing yourself for what is to come or what is going to be presented to you in such a way where you can have a sense of joy or a sense of peace. As you start to feel more empowered in these places, and as you start to regain the power within you while you're in these situations, you can start to notice more of the things that bring you joy. You will be more receptive to the suggestions of that which brings you joy, that which brings you enjoyment, especially if you are being intentional, actively creating your experience through your vibration, through your awareness, and through your presence as well. A lot of the times we feel we're experiencing an emotion and we're trying to force that emotion away. And so that is one of the most challenging things, is to actually experience emotions when you were taught to suppress them, or when you were taught to repress them, or if you were shown that it was not safe to feel a certain emotion. As you start to feel more empowered in these experiences, in these scenarios, situations that are not as preferable, you have more of a potential to experience joy and enjoyment and a sense of control, and not the type of control where you're trying to force yourself to have a good experience or force yourself out of this situation. It's more of an internal sense of control where you're not so impacted by this experience. You're not powerless anymore. You're there, yeah, but there's a level of acceptance. You might even start to experience gratitude. You might start to focus in on the elements of that which you're experiencing that make you feel a sense of gratitude. It's like really starting to appreciate the little things. As you start to adjust to this feeling of gratitude and more of a sense of power within you, strength within you in these environments that were before making you feel powerless or stuck, you might start to adjust to this. You might start to continue being in those environments despite the fact that you are experiencing more of a level of gratitude. So it's a process. And one thing that I've found helpful to really keep going through that process is to start to focus more energy and attention in replacing that situation with something new and that is more in alignment with what I like. So you can be having a sense of gratitude for your experience. You could be empowering yourself in that experience and experiencing that level of acceptance where in which your thought pattern is not so negatively charged. It can be helpful to also start to implement little things that will lead you more in the direction of that which you wish to experience. Now, all of these things are definitely easier said than done. So become more aware of these moments where you are actually speaking life and breathing life into what you want to experience in replacement for this other experience. I'm speaking on things we feel like we have to do. So there's always a way to do something to get out of a particular situation. You have to start to think differently, act differently, and speak differently. You have to start to attune yourself to the power within you. And the power within you is breathing. It's taking care. It's helping yourself in the ways that are appropriate for you, that are suited for you personally. Everybody has their own thing, of their own needs, and it is up to you to decide what that is. You have the power to accept or decline anything that anybody is suggesting to you. You don't have to take what people are saying to you as a remedy and run with it, right, every time. And you don't have to fully invest your energy into things that might not necessarily serve you. So don't put all your eggs in one basket unless you truly feel in your heart that that's the basket you want to put all your eggs in. So that is something that I found one of the most important aspects of really shifting from that place of being in a situation where you feel stuck to not only getting yourself unstuck, but then moving on to something that is more enjoyable, more worth your time, worth your energy. You have your own energy, you have your own desires, you have your own heart. You are deserving to experience this life how you wish to experience it. So it's one thing to actually regain your sense of control, your sense of power within. It becomes an amazing opportunity for you to actually put more of your attention on that which you wish to experience simultaneously. So you can be experiencing gratitude, and eventually you will adjust to that feeling of gratitude, right? Eventually you will start to...
Are you pissing on my mountain? Don't be doing that.
I actually have to make this video short. If you like that video, please feel free to share it, like it, subscribe to my channel, and feel free to also comment anything that you feel in your heart. And I pray that you all have a beautiful day, night, evening, that you receive sunlight or water, you receive all your needs, and not only that, just feel empowered. So I appreciate you. I'm going to leave some links in the bio that might really help assist in the process of getting out of negative situations or opening yourself up to these ideas if you feel like that's what you want to do. Enjoy the music.
All you hear are 4chan.